So let's start by creating the authentication screen, the login screen. Okay, so let's go up here on our lib. Let's create another folder, new folder. Let's name this as authentication, like that. Then inside here, let's create a new folder, a new file. So let's call this login screen.dat. Okay, we can go ahead and type STF for a stateful widget. Don't know why it's not coming. Maybe let's type it again. STF. Yeah, there it is. This is our stateful widget. So let's name it as login screen. And then here, let's return a scaffold. So the body, in the body, let's return a center. And then the child, let's have a column. Then here, the first child, let's have a text widget. So let me see what's going on. Okay, the column brings it has children, and then the first child, let's have a text widget. So this one, it's going to be login, something like this. Login, okay. So let's have a const modifier. Then maybe let's give it a text style, which comes from text style. And then the font size, let's give it maybe 18. And then the font weight, let's say font weight dot bold. Okay, so that's it. The next, we need to put a comma here. And then next, let's also have a sized box, constant of sized box, with a height of about let's say 20, like that. And then next, maybe let's have an image, or instead of putting this login text, we can put this as an image. Let's see how it will look. Okay, let's cut this, and then let's give it a circle avatar, which has got a child, which has got a background image, which comes from asset image, and then asset manager dot, what's our image code? So first, let's go assets manager dot stockfish icon dot user icon dot, which one is it here? Let's pick this one. Let's go back to our assets. Where is it? Here. So we have chess image, should be, what did we name it? We need to go back to our asset manager. Let's minimize this. Stock, we said u chess. Now let's remove this u. Okay, so we can copy this, then come back here and then say chess image. So we need to import the asset manager. Why are we getting an error? So we need to remove the constant keyword here. Keep forgetting that. Okay, and then let's put a comma. So first, let's see how this looks. So to go to the login screen, let's add that path. So let's go to constants. Then we have let's say static const string login screen, which will be equal to, put a forward slash, and then let's go our login screen like that. So let's copy it, because we know we are going to have another screens like sign up screen. So let's say sign up screen. Let's copy this, then paste it here. And then we're also going to have another screen, which we're going to call user information screen. Like this. Let's paste it there. So there we have our constants. We can go ahead and close this. We can close that. We can also close this asset manager. We can close this helper. We can close the game screens. All these screens, we don't need them now. Okay. And then now let's go to main.dat. Let's add the login screen here. Constants dot login screen, which is going to be a context, and then return the login screen, this one. Let's add the const modifier here, and then that's it. So later on we'll have a registration screen and a sign up screen once we create those screens. So for now we only need this. We can remove what we don't need here. And then maybe the initial route, let's get the login screen, okay? So that, because we are working in this screen, okay? So let's go back to our app. And then let's start the application. Let's run it. So the application has started. You can see that our image is up here. Okay, so let's close that, and then let's go back to the login screen. So here let's say main axis alignment, main axis alignment dot center. Let's hot restart. So there it has come at the center. So it's very small. Maybe now let's put the radius to maybe 80. Let's hot restart. There it is. Maybe let's bring it down to 50. I think that's okay. Yeah. So here's our image. So let's continue again. Next, let's have a text form field. So here let's say text form field, this one. So let's hot restart and see how it looks. There's our text form field. We can enter some text here. Okay, so let's just advance that. So here we need some decoration. So let's go down, say decoration, input decoration, and then let's have a border. So for the border, let's say outline input border. Let's give it a border radius. Let's say border radius dot circular. Let's try 8. So let's just put some commas here. And then next, let's also give it some enabled border. the enabled border. So this one, first let's say outline border, and then inside here let's give it some again the border radius. So the border radius, it's going to be the same. Let's just copy this. Let's copy and paste it there. We can remove that. And then the other thing is, let's just put some commas here. And then the other thing here, we can also give it a border side. So let's say border side, constant of border side, so because this one will be constant. Let's say border side like that, and then let's give it a color. So maybe we can give it a light blue. So colors dot light blue, and then width maybe just 1. Okay, what else do we need here? So maybe let's get the focus border just down here. Focus border. So where is the decoration? So it should be inside here. Focus border. So for the focus border, let's have an outline, which means the one that we have selected. Okay, so outline input border, and then here the border radius, it will be the same. And then also let's come down here, and then we'll give it a color as well. Okay, so it's going to be the border side as well. So let's just, we can just copy the border side and the border radius. Okay, let's copy these two, and then just paste them here inside the focus border. Okay, let's paste. So let's remove this extra border side, and then sorry, let's go back. We have to paste them inside here like this. Okay, and then the focus one, let's maybe give it orange accent, then the accent color. Okay, what else do we need? So let's just see how it looks like this. Okay, let's run the app. So the application has started. This is what we have. So if we click here, we can see that we get the focus as an orange accent, that focus border. Okay, now let's add some padding here. So up here on this center widget, let's wrap it, or we can just wrap this column with a padding widget. So here let's say symmetric, and then for horizontal let's have 20, and then vertical maybe 15. Okay, let's hot restart. Okay, now we have some padding on it, so we can bring it down. And then let's also have some hint text and the label text here. Okay, so where's our, here just before the decoration, maybe let's have a hint text, or it should be actually be inside the decoration. Let's go back inside here, let's have the hint text. So hint text, let's say email like that, and then label text, let's also have say email. Let's hot restart there. So we have a hint text and the label text. So if we click here, we have the label, and maybe we can also just say enter your email. Then let's copy this and paste it on the label as well. Okay, so let's just, I like putting the label on top here like that, then hint below. Okay, so let's hot restart. Now we have our text widget like that. Okay, so the next thing to do is now to create another widget for the password. Okay, so for the password, we simply just need to copy this and do it also on the next line. So let's copy this, copy, just below it, let's paste it, and then let's enter your password. Then just here, let's say enter your password. So let's hot restart. Then we have 2. We can see that we need the space in between, so let's just copy this size box here, then put it in between them. Let's hot restart. There we have 2 widgets. So maybe let's put this something like 30. We just put some more spacing in between. Like that, we have 2 widgets. And then next we need to change these words to enter. We already did. So you can see that this decoration, we are just using the same here and here. So we can create just one decoration to reuse. Okay, so what we can do is let's copy this. Where is the decoration? It's ending from here. So let's get this decoration and cut it. So this one has no decoration, and then let's go to the lib here, and then maybe where can we put it? Maybe inside the helper class. Is there anywhere where we are putting the widgets? Let's check in the widgets. Yeah, maybe here in the widget. Actually, let's just put it inside the helper class. Okay, so just after this get timers, let's say variable text form decoration. Let's name it like that. So this one will be equal to what we've just copied there, and then let's just close it out. We can put the comma here. So this decoration, now we can reuse it when we create a new widget. Okay, so let's go back to the login screen. And then here, instead of doing this again, we can just call our text form decoration. So here, let's say dot copy with. Okay, dot copy with. So here in the copy with, let's put our let's start with a label text. So this was, let's go back to the widgets. It's not inside the helper. This was enter your password. Let's copy that. Go back to the login screen. Let's paste it here. Maybe let's capitalize the first letter here. And then the hint text, which is also the same. Let's capitalize the first letter. And then that's it. So we can again copy this, come back here. Instead of doing this, because we have created the method, we just paste it there, remove one, and then let's enter your email. You can copy that and paste it here, enter your email. Then let's hot restart. We are still getting the same results. Okay, great. So let's just minimize the keyboard. So we've got our 2 inputs here. So this is also close. Maybe let's put this one, let's go with 50. Let's hot restart. Yeah, maybe keeping it like that. And then the next thing is So this is a password. We can put the obscure text to true. Okay, then let's hot restart. So when we click here, when we're entering, it's obscured, okay, which is this. Okay, now let's continue. So next, let's have a forgot password text here. So let's come back just after this text field. Maybe let's increase this to 40. Okay, so just after this text field, let's have another size boxed. This one, let's give it maybe 20, and then let's have a text widget, actually a text button, and then on pressed. For now we're just gonna comment forgot password method here, and then the child, it would be a text widget. Here we will just say of course we'll say forgot password with a question mark. Okay, let's put some commas, and then let's have a const modifier. Let's hot restart. Where is our hot restart? All right, let's just run it. Okay, it has started. So here's our forgot the password. So maybe let's move it to the right side. So let's have it wrap this around the widget. Let's wrap it around the alignment widget, and then let's say aligned to alignment dot center right. Let's hot restart. There it is. It's aligned to that side. So we can also reduce this to 10. Let's hot restart. There it is. Then next, let's put a button here to log in. Okay, so for the button, we need to create the button that we are going to use here. So let's go ahead and create that. So let's go to the widgets. Where's our widgets? In here. So here, let's create our button widget, or we can create its own widget. So just right click here and then new file. So let's name this as main auth button .dat. So let's create a stateless widget, main auth button, like that. And then in here, let's take some variables. So let's say required this dot label, and then the other one, let's say required this dot on pressed, like that. So that's it. Let's just create these. So let's say final string label, like that, and then let's create a function, final function, which will be on pressed, like that. And then down here now, let's create our button. So this, let's return a material. and then elevation maybe 5. Then what else? Color, say color, let's say colors dot blue. And then what else do we need here? Border radius, let's say border radius dot circular. Let's have a radius of 10. And then so the child, now let's get the material button, this one. Okay, so on pressed, we are returning on pressed on top there. And then what else do we need to give it? So the minimum width, let's say minimum width. So we want it to be the full width, double dot infinite. And then now let's give it a child, which is going to be our text now. So let's say text, we just give it a label, the one that we are returning, this one on top. Then now let's give it some styling. So let's say style, which comes from text style, this one. Let's start with the font size. The font size, so maybe font size as well we can pass, because we might use this button elsewhere. Anyway, for now let's just hard code it, or let's just pass it. Let's say required this dot font size. This will be font size, yeah. So which means here we'll say final int font size, like that. So here let's just put our font size. And then what's next now? So what is it complaining about? The argument int cannot be assigned to the double, so let's change this to a double. Okay, and then next is let's have a font weight. So font weight dot bold. Then color of the font, let's give it a white, colors dot white. Then what else? Maybe some letter spacing. Let's give it, space it to 1.5. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. So this will be our button. Then now let's close this main auth button. We can close it. We can also close the widgets. Inside our login screen here, let's copy this sized box. Then after this alignment widget, let's paste this size box. Maybe let's change this to 30. And then down here, let's have our main auth button. Okay, so we need to put all of these required arguments. First, let's import it. Okay, it says it wants us to add the required argument. So the label, you can just say login. And then what else was next? It was the function, which is on pressed. For now, we are going to create this method later. And then we have a font size. So font size for now, let's give it 24.0. Then the errors are gone. So in this method, we'll say login the user with email and password. Okay, that's what we need to do here. So let's go on ahead and restart. Okay, so there's our button. It's okay, I think. I guess it's fine. Maybe we can also add the height of the button if we want, but I think it's fine like this. Maybe let's just reduce this to 20. restart. Okay,